Assalamu alaikum, this is Maria Zulfikar welcoming you to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the top stories. Eid holiday for 7 days from March 17 to 23. Prime Minister urges all ministries and institutions to be economical as he reduces use of electricity. First session of Jatiyo Shongshod to begin on March 12 with President's address, says Information Minister. 15 renowned individuals, including Begum Khalida Zia, and 5 institutions nominated for prestigious Independence Award. Verdict in Abu Said murder case to be pronounced on April 9. Iran takes full control of Strait of Hormuz while Iranian warship sinks by US submarine in Indian Ocean. And India facing England in second semi-final of ICC T20 World Cup at Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Viewers, those were the top stories. Now moving on to the details. The government has decided to declare March 18 a public holiday in addition to the previously announced holidays on the occasion of Holi Eid al-Fitr. The proposal was approved today at a cabinet meeting held at the Secretariat, chaired by the Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. March 17 has already been scheduled as a public holiday for Shab-e-Qadr. As a result, the total holiday period will effectively run from March 17 to March 23, making it 7 consecutive days of holiday this year. After the cabinet meeting, State Minister for Primary and Mass Education Bobby Hajjaj confirmed to journalists that March 18 will also be declared a holiday. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has reduced the use of lights and air conditioners at his office room in Bangladesh Secretariat in half in a bid to save electricity. The Premier also urged all ministries and institutions to maintain austerity in consuming electricity. Prime Minister's additional press secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman said that the Prime Minister took these steps after arriving at his office at the Secretariat this morning. Not only in his own office, the Prime Minister also instructed officials concerned to turn off half of the lights and raise the AC temperature in the cabinet meeting room after entering the chamber for a cabinet meeting, Atikur Rahman Ruman said. The additional press secretary said that following the Prime Minister's instruction, half of the lights were immediately turned off and the AC levels were reduced in all forms of his office. Tariq Rahman also called upon all ministries at the Secretariat, government offices across the country, private buildings, shopping malls, commercial establishments and other institutions to be more cautious in the use of electricity. The Premier also requested all to reduce the use of artificial lighting during the daytime and instead utilize natural sunlight by opening curtains and windows in offices and homes. A meeting of the committee formed to increase overseas employment and expatriate welfare was held in the Cabinet Division at the Secretariat today. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman presided over the meeting. The meeting was attended by the concerned ministers, state ministers, advisor and senior officials. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shopon has said the people welfare-oriented steps taken by the new government will be reflected in the President's address in the first session of the 13th National Parliament beginning on 12th March. He said important programs such as Family Card, Farmers Card and Agricultural Loan Waiver initiatives taken by the newly formed government will be given importance in this address. The minister told reporters after the cabinet meeting at the Bangladesh Secretariat in the capital today. The information minister said the cabinet division has taken preparations for all the issues the government has as the ruling party for the first Parliament session, and all of this were discussed in the meeting. In addition, he said the promises that have already been made and the initiatives that have been taken by the government also discussed in the meeting. Besides, in the cabinet meeting, discussions were also held to ensure smooth Eid journey. About the current global war situation, Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shopon said Prime Minister Tariq Rahman will hold a meeting with ministers concerned, including the finance and power and energy ministers in this regard. The government has decided to award the Independence Award 2026 to 15 distinguished individuals and 5 institutions, including the late Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia, in recognition of their glorious and outstanding contributions at the national level in their respective fields. The decision was taken at a cabinet meeting presided over by Prime Minister Tariq Rahman at the Secretariat today. Cabinet Secretary Nasim Al-Goni briefed reporters after the meeting. He said that the cabinet had decided to award the Independence Award posthumously to Khaleda Zia for her overall contribution to nation building, including independence, democracy and women's education. This year, Fozdarhat Cadet College and late Major Muhammad Abdul Jalil have been nominated in the Liberation War category, while Professor Dr. Zahrul Karim in Science and Technology, Dhaka Medical College Hospital in Medicine, and late Dr. Ashraf Siddiqui in Literature. AKM Hanif, also known as Hanif Shonket, and late Bashir Ahmed in Culture, and Jobera Rahman Linu in Sports for the award. In addition, for Social Service and Public Welfare, late Dr. Zafrullah Chaudhry and SOS Children's Village International in Bangladesh, Mohammad Saidul Haq, Gonoshastok Kendro Mahrin Chaudhry are receiving the Independence Award posthumously. Qazi Fazlur Rahman is receiving the award in Public Administration posthumously. Mohammad Abdul Baki PhD, Professor Dr. M.A. Rahim, Professor Dr. Shukumal Borua, Abdul Mukit Mojumdar, also known as Mukit Mojumdar Babu, have been nominated for the award for their contribution to research and training. Polli Kormoshayak Foundation PKSF is receiving the Independence Award this year for its contribution to rural development. A new government initiative titled Family Card is being launched to provide financial assistance to extremely poor and low-income families. The program will be officially inaugurated on March 10 at the TNT ground adjacent to Korail Slum in the capital by Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. At 10 in the morning, the program will formally launched through an event, with simultaneous inauguration ceremonies taking place at 14 locations across the country. Under this initiative, selected families will receive 2,500 taka per month in financial assistance. The initiative was created considerable expectations among the residents of Korail Slum. According to the government's plan, the family card will be issued in the name of a female member of the household, and the funds will be transferred directly to the beneficiaries through mobile wallets or bank accounts. Residents living around Korail Slum said that the registration process for the family card was conducted transparently. However, along with financial assistance, slum residents are also hoping for additional social benefits in the future. Many have called for the introduction of daycare facilities for children and other support programs. Meanwhile, residents of Korail Slum have expressed their gratitude to Prime Minister Tariq Rahman for launching the program in line with the government's election pledge. The verdict in the murder case of Abu Said, a student of Begum Rokeya University and the first martyr of the July mass uprising, will be delivered on April 9. International Crimes Tribunal 2 fixed the date for the verdict today. The tribunal is headed by Justice Nuzrul Islam Chaudhry. The other two members of the tribunal are Judge Muhammad Monjurul Basit and Judge Nur Muhammad Shahriar Kabir. Earlier on January 27, the prosecution and the defense concluded their arguments in the Crimes Against Humanity case. On that day, after the completion of arguments and counter-arguments, the tribunal did not set a specific date for the verdict. 6 accused who are currently in jail in this case are ASI Amir Hussain, former proctor of Begum Rokeya University Shariful Islam, Constable Sujan Chandra Roy, Chhatra League leader Imran Chaudhry, Rafiul Hassan Russell and Anwara Parvez. However, 24 others, including the former vice-chancellor of the university, Hasibur Rashid, are still absconding. A 5-member BNP delegation led by Standing Committee member Dr. Abdul Moin Khan held a meeting with U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for South and Central Asian Affairs Paul Kapoor. The meeting took place today at the residence of the U.S. ambassador in the capital's Gulshan. BNP leaders Barrister Naushad Zamir, Dr. Mahabubur Rahman Naiba Yusuf and Dhaka District BNP General Secretary Advocate Nipun Roy Chaudhary were also present at the meeting. Speaking to journalists after the meeting, Dr. Abdul Moin Khan said discussions were held on strengthening people-to-people relations between the two countries and on various global issues. The death anniversary of the late Begum Dalia Nazneen Nasir, mother of BNP's Chattogram Divisional Co-Organizing Secretary and State Minister for Chittagong Hill Tracts Affairs Barrister Mir Muhammad Hilal Uddin, has been observed. A memorial meeting and special prayers seeking forgiveness for the departed soul were held at the city's residence in the afternoon. State Minister, along with leaders and activists of BNP and affiliated organizations, were present at the prayer. Later, Mir Muhammad Hilaluddin attended the Islamic Knowledge Competition Talent Hunt organized at a hotel in the city. The State Minister distributed prizes among the winning students in the competition. Additional DIG of Police Muhammad Nazimul Haq, Social Worker Mahfuzul Haq, Chattogram Mao Shishu Hospital Executive Committee President Said Murshid Hussain and other concerned persons were present on the occasion. Now, international news. Explosions have been reported across Iran, and Israel says it is carrying out new attack on Tehran. Earlier, the US and Israel continued to bombard Iran, killing more than 1,000 people. A United States submarine has sunk an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean, according to US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. He said the vessel was destroyed by a torpedo strike. At least 87 bodies have been recovered following the incident. Speaking at a briefing at the Pentagon on Wednesday local time, Hegseth outlined the latest situation regarding US military operations against Iran. He stated that the United States and Israel have only begun their attacks, warning that larger-scale operations are expected in the coming days. The Defense Secretary added that within less than a week of the conflict's start, potentially within days, US and Israeli forces aim to establish what he described as full control of Iranian airspace. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghaei said in a post on the social media platform X that US and Israeli strikes have hit at least 33 civilian facilities across Iran. He alleged that hospitals, schools, residential neighborhoods, and marketplaces in multiple cities were targeted. Iranian state media reports that the death toll from 5 days of ongoing Israeli and U.S. attacks has risen to 1,045. Separately, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, claims it has taken full control of the Strait of Hormuz. In a statement carried by the Fars news agency, IRGC naval official Muhammad Akbarzadeh said Wednesday that the strait is now entirely under Iranian naval control. Approximately one-fifth of the world's oil exports pass through the Strait of Hormuz, a critical global energy route. Iran has also announced restrictions on oil tankers from countries other than Russia and China transiting the waterway. Shipping data compiled by Clarkson's research indicates that around 3,200 vessels are currently idle in the Gulf region, accounting for nearly 4% of the global fleet. In Washington, a majority in the U.S. Senate has backed President Donald Trump's military operation in Iran. Lawmakers voted to block a bipartisan war powers resolution that sought to halt ongoing air operations and require congressional authorization for further military action. Of the 100 senators, 52 voted against the measure and 47 in favor, preventing the resolution from advancing. If passed, the measure would have required the withdrawal of U.S. forces from the conflict in Iran without explicit approval from Congress. Similar efforts in the past have also failed to move forward. Nepal is set to return to democracy today after the government fell in a mass protest. The Himalayan nation has voted in a pair of ballots today to select members of the 275 seats of the lower house of parliament. The House of Representatives of this 165 were direct elections and 110 were indirect elections. The voting took place from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. The total number of voters in the country is more than 19 million. The number of candidates is 6,541. Among them, more than 1,000 candidates are under the age of 40. The choice of a large part of Nepal's Gen Z in the election is former singer and former mayor of the capital, Kathmandu, Balendra Shah. He was one of the sponsors of the Gen Z movement last September. This time, Balendra of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Party is fighting against ousted Prime Minister and Communist Party of Nepal Chief K.P. Sharma Oli in the Jhapa 5 constituency. Gagan Thapa, 49, who led a coup within the country's oldest political party, the Nepali Congress, to oust veteran former Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba from the post of president ahead of the general election, is also one of the faces in the race for the prime ministership. Also in the fray is former Maoist guerrilla leader and former Prime Minister Pushpakal Dahal alias Prachando. The head of the Nepali Communist Party is contesting from the East Rukum constituency.